All right, I think we are live. I'm going to wait to see if anyone can hear me and see what happens. All right. Hello and welcome. I'm going to wait for confirmation that I'm being heard real quick. So if y'all will hold on for just a second. All right. And I just found out that I am being heard. Let me make sure they can hear me. Thanks for waiting patiently, guys. We're almost ready. I wanted to show you something cool today that all right, okay. My friend just told me that she can hear me. So I wanted to show you something cool that I learned a couple of weeks back. It's called Thinglink, but before I do, I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Miss Shores. I teach at Brandenburg Classical Center Middle School. I'm a reading teacher. I teach 7th grade, and I've been here for about 3 years. I have the technology I have in my room is very basic. I have a projector, I have a camera, and I don't know if you can see that I have a couple of computers in the back, but those are used for special occasions with some of my low students. I have a teammate. Her name is Dahlia Royale. She works at Lyles Middle School, and she's the head coach there. So thank you, Dahlia. Before I get started, I wanted to tell you that we're going to be looking at this thing called Thinglink, and it's a tool that you can use on your iPad and your desktop. It allows you to basically kind of hand a packet to your kids, like an e-packet, where they've got video and you've got pictures and a little bit of text, and you can hover over. And so it's the whole idea of, instead of handing them something paper, they've got that resource, but it's all connected together. And so it just streamlines everything. One of the things you're going to not see today is probably how students can use it. And so as you see how a teacher might present it today, you might think about how a student also could use it and then share it with other students. A lot of times we like to share things on Google Class, and so that would be an easy way to share either something that you're showing them on Thinglink or something that they are showing you on Thinglink. Before I go any further, I wanted to tell you the ISTE standard that we are using today is the Design and Development Digital Age, the Learning Experiences and Assessments. That's really important because we want to cover those different ISTEs and make sure that we are just being focused in our learning and how we're teaching. And so without any further ado, I'm going to show you, just to begin, I think what I'm going to do is show you a little intro video that got me excited about it. And it's 2 minutes. And so I'm going to share my screen real quick. And it goes like this. And I believe that y'all can now see my screen. I hope this is true. Let's see. Okay, let me see if I can get the video pulled up that I wanted to show you guys. Hold that thought. And I'm back on live. And I know that there's an easy way to do this. This may be what I need to do. Okay, no, that is not it. Sorry, Bonnie. I'm trying. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. All right, I think I got it. Okay. All right, this is the video that I wanted to show y'all. Here we go. Okay, and I'm finding out that I'm not showing something, so I'm going to have to stop and put y'all on hold for just a second. Give me just a second. Okay, I'm going to see. All right, I think I'm back on. Let me see if I'm finding out if anybody can hear me. Okay, and then I'm going to share my screen, and it's not going to let me. It looks like it's just going to do this. Okay, let's see if it'll let me watch this. Awesome. Will it let me do that? Yes. Okay, can y'all see it now? Okay. All right, so I'm just going to go through and show you how you can create a and I need to pull that up and it's not letting me. So give me just a second. I'd like to show you how to create a Thinglink. So I'm going to change my screen again. And I'm going to go ahead and just click this application right here, and we're in. And I'm going to go ahead and just Google Thinglink. And this to me is the part that's familiar to me. So I click right here, and it's really easy. You can just log in using your Google account. And so I'm going to, of course, choose my school account. And to me, it's like really user-friendly. You've got the plus sign for create. You've got your account here. Let me show you what my account already has, and then we will create something together. Okay, so you can see right here, I've got several videos, or actually these are my pictures, my images. And later I'm going to show you what this one looks like and what it means to hover over it and stuff. So let's just go back here, and I'm going to take you through just simply adding a picture. Okay. So we're going to go here. And why am I doing this? Let's say, for example, that I'm teaching persuasive techniques and I'm trying to talk to my kids about advertising. Well, what I might do is find the right picture. Let me get there. And so I just kind of chose any picture really quickly. It's not going to be the best choice, but let's say we've downloaded our picture, okay? And then maybe you're trying to have your students learn something about koala bears. And so what you do is you come over here and you add, this is not the same. So you add, I'm going to name it first. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here to add a tag. And what it did for me is it gave me a B. And usually it wants to charge me for that. But I found out if I just choose the simplest one, I can move it around. And what I might do is I might hover it right here, and then I've got the text, and I might say, how much food does a koala bear consume? Okay. And you can see the question popping up. Okay. And so then we're going to click save. All right. And then you're able to save the image. And when you save the image, you've got this hover link right here. Okay. Now let's go back and edit it. And I wanted to show you what I did on mine. So I'm going to minimize that and go back over here to the ones that I created because I like this one better. So I pulled this picture. I was doing commercials and advertising and trying to show my kids the bandwagon technique. And so you can see right here, I've got two little hover links right here. And so the kids clicked on this and they, of course, did A. And I was able to download a video. So if you press play, you've got the video right here. You've got the video right here, and it's going, and at the same time, you've got this picture. And then after that, let's say they watch the commercial, and then they've got this question right here. What are similarities and differences between the billboard sign and the commercial? And so they could either click over to their Google Classroom account and write their answer, or they could do the answer on paper. But I just thought that was a really clean way to show those two things. So let's look at how we would add a video into a picture. So let's go back. I'm going to go back to my account and go back to that lovely koala picture. And I've got the question, but I want to add another tag. So let me add another tag. And here is where I would put the link. So then we're going to come back over here and open up YouTube, because that's our favorite place to go. And one of the tricks I've learned about YouTube is that like if you search, if you go to the filter, kids don't like to watch long videos, so I usually click on under 4 minutes. And just for the sake of time, look at this, meet the koala. I guess it doesn't really matter. We're not really going to look at it for very long. But this one looks more educational. So we'll click on that. We'll copy the link. We'll put it back over here. And of course, we're editing. Okay. And I'm editing this. Let me move it back so you can see it. Let me put the link in, paste. All right, and then there it is. Now here's the part where I don't want my kids to really see all this information down here. So I just kind of take this out. And this is where you can ask one of those higher learning questions. For example, I'm just going to use the same example I used in my other question. What is, or how does the video add to the koala picture you see? Okay, what new information did you learn? Okay, so they've got that like right there, and that to me was a lot of fun. And so we're going to click on save, maybe if it'll let me. Okay, and then we're going to click save image. And now I've got, let me try to scroll down. Now I've got this hover video that I can play. Okay. And if you wanted to be really careful, you could actually remove the commercials. There's a way to do that with SlideShare. That's a great resource tool. Let me check something real quick. Hold on just a second. So there we are with that. Let's see. I'm going to go back over here and go back to that bandwagon picture because I really like it, and just hover over and show you that again. I don't think there's anything else to add to that picture. So we're going to move on. I'm going to show you how you can insert things into a video. And so I'm going back to my account, and I have to click back over here. And so again, I was trying to teach persuasive techniques, and so I chose commercials again. And this commercial is a Colgate commercial where it's utilizing expert opinion. The way that you can use this in your classroom, again, is for, instead of just giving them a packet of information or a lot of different resources, you can actually combine all the resources together. This would be like a replacement for a textbook. So as we are moving into the age of iPads and we're moving into the digital age, we want to come up with things that kind of replace the textbook. And this is one of those things. In a minute, I'm going to show you how you can connect kind of online text to it. And so let's just look at this one really quick. I'm going to play it.
It's like having,
actually, I'm not going to play it. That's too loud. let me turn it down a little bit. I don't know if it's loud for y'all. You're going to see a video, and I tried to do it under 30 seconds to get the point across, but you'll see a question come up over on this side right here. And then you'll see, you're going to see another question, and then it's going to link you to a PDF, which is really cool. So here we go.
Flippers on your teeth, but the real word for it is plaque. And that news came straight from the dentist. His advice, switch to Colgate Total. When I saw...
So I'm going to turn the sound off. That's kind of silly. But you can see how there's a question right here. And I think I had that last for about 20 seconds. And then we've got the doctor talking. And the kids are supposed to come up with what kind of advertising technique that is. And it's designed to kind of replace a PowerPoint, but also a textbook. If you click right here, let's say you pause it, you can actually pause. You can actually pause the video, and then of course it says back to video. So if you go right here, you've got this, and then I've got read more, and then it brings me to a PDF page that I found. Okay, so again, let's see. What did I do to get there? And I think I just clicked off of the video. That's okay. So let's just go back into the video. And I'm going to pull it up, and I'm going to bring it into editing mode. If it'll let me. There we go. Let's edit it. Okay. This page was really cool for me. Let me maximize it. When you play it, it's got this, it's got the timer right here. And then these yellow points show where each of the tags are. So let's say I wanted to add it. Let's just add a new tag. And we'll stop it right here, and let's add a new tag. And so then I would ask another question, and I want it to be for about probably a good 10 seconds, longer than that. And it usually moves on to new information. So you might say something like, what other advertising technique would be good here? Okay. Okay. And then we would save it. And then you can also add a picture. But once they hover over it, it's really cool. I'm going to save it. And then let's see if it worked.
It's like having fuzzy.
So here you've got, there's the first question, it's coming up. And you can see where the second question is going to come up. And again, they can click on it and of course get back to the video. Okay. And then I believe there's another one that comes up. Yes, okay. And that one was supposed to have a link. Would you buy this? Yes, the read more. So anytime you add a link to it, it'll have a read more button, and then it would bring you to more information. So this is just a PDF example, but imagine what you could do with that capability. We have about 8 minutes left, so I hope you enjoyed looking at Thinglink a little bit. There's a lot to be seen with it. There are all sorts of ways that you can explore other Thinglinks, examples of just out of the classroom places, virtual field trips. When you hover over things, there are connections and different things. So that's something there. Another thing, of course, you can add your students, and I have not done that. You can create a group. I have done students of Heather Shores, and then you can actually assign them things. And that is where you make, so let's go back to me. And that is where you make your channels. So I made a persuasive text channel, and in that channel, I can add all of the videos that I want, which is really cool. How would I add it to, let's say that I wanted to just go to Google Class. How would I add that? I would go to assignment. I would copy the link for the thing that I wanted to add, like for example, this one, share, here we go. Okay, I've got to have the link, okay. And then I would go back to Google Class. I've got to add the, right here, the link, paste, add. Really, you could add the link anywhere. And then assign it, and then they can get to it. So if you see, I've got, it's clickable. Okay. It's been really nice talking with all of you. Thank you for just being with me through this time. I wanted to point you toward just a question time. If you have any questions for our moderators, you're welcome to chat with them for as long as you wish. If I can answer any of your questions, I'll try to do that. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and see what people might be wanting to talk about. And if not, I thought I'd show you something that kind of caught my attention, because one of the things we've been asked to do is kind of show what are some of the other resources. I know I have a lot open. What are some of the other resources here at Garland ISD? And I just wanted to remind you of how easy it is to get to some of our resources. One of the things I've really loved looking at has been the training resources. And if you go to the overview and click on Atomic Learning, just log in, your regular login, and you've got this search button right here. And this is where it gets really cool. So what did I do? Let me show you what I did really, really fast. Where did I go? I went to Overview, Training and Resources, Atomic Learning. I didn't know this was so cool. Search. And then this is where it gets really neat. I click here. Then I click here. I click here, 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 and I'm good to go. And now, in just a second, if it'll come up, possibly, I'm going to have a lot of resources for each, and it's organized by TEAC, which is really cool. So take a minute, go to the staff website, look for the resources, and of course our stuff is there as well. And I'm going to take a minute to see if I can answer any questions. Go back to my live hangout, see how I'm doing. I'm going to come back, see what that looks like. I'm going to stop sharing. And I've got to figure out how to go back. There we go. Let me see. All right, I think I'm back in. Okay, I think I'm back in. So yes, of course, I have an apple on my desk. I wouldn't be a teacher if I didn't. I think that's all. And I'm going to go ahead and stop this broadcast. Thank you so much.